So another Steam sale, and I bought Hotshot Racing. It's an arcade-style racing game. It's not so easy to set up on an arcade cabinet because you cannot reconfigure the joypad controls, but it is possible to change the controls using the Steam configuration. So first I had set up my direct input controllers as X input controllers by using Steam Xbox 360 controller configuration for generic joysticks. Then Steam will emulate your direct input controllers as X input controllers. And then what I did is I went to the settings. And you might need a mouse or something initially to select the gamepad. And when you see this screen, you see you cannot remap the controls, but what I did was I pressed Shift Tab and then you can go to controller configuration and you will see it doesn't show the window, but then you have to Alt Tab to the window. And here what I did is I basically remapped the buttons. So my B button is now the left trigger. My A button is the right trigger. The X button, the left bumper, etc. And I also switched it for the other buttons, for the trigger. You have to also assign it to one of the buttons then, so that all controllers are remapped or have a different meaning. So basically when I press B, it doesn't press the B button, the game thinks I press the left button. Also, I had a problem with multiple players, as I have two joysticks. It did not work initially, and the reason was that the configuration between my two gamepads was shared. So as soon as you say to not group them anymore, to use a unique configuration, you can do this. It started working, but you will have to set up the control options twice, once for each controller then. So I can show you quickly how you can do this. For example, with the Y button, you just click it here, and then the pull action you can, by clicking on the buttons, you can change the button action. If you go back, now it's set to B. As you can see, I have two B buttons now. And I will set it back to the Y button. So for this is the same, you just press the buttons here and you can choose which buttons, which joystick or even keyboard to use. I did remove those two as I don't have any sticks on my arcade cabinet to use them, and you basically only need, I don't need to look around to select. So when that's done, you just press done and click here to return to the game. And the only problem is, as you have switched the A and B button, which is normally with me, this is the A and this is the B button, they are switched to RB and LB. Because I had switched it in the game. So you have to remember that. But now I will show you I can play a two-player game on my arcade cabinet. So A, the marina. I can even, with the button press, choose between mirrored or normal. So let me select it. And when I press the second player button, I can individually switch players while I choose players. So let me see. Manual. The game will load and I can just press the A button, and as you will see, both players will work. I can play here. I can use the shift up, or I can drift. or I can use this player. You can also control it, so if you're with a friend. Yeah, but because of the time constraint I cannot show it. Let me restart. Try, yes. So with a bit of fiddling around you can make it work with multiple players on your arcade cabinet. So that's the two-player aspect. You can play two-player in single-player mode. Sorry, in arcade mode. Or what was it? Let me go back. In single race. And also play the Grand Prix with two players. I think it's also split screen. You can play online with two players or one player. The Grand Prix, I haven't played it yet. I only tried to set it up on my arcade cabinet. So the GP Tour is basically a Grand Prix with different levels. So let me choose a person. Aston. And a car. The move camera you don't really need. I don't have it either mapped. I do have the modify button, but I did not unlock anything yet. So I can go back now. So let me choose this car. Manual. I'm not good at the game though. Should have not sure if I can still win this race. You can have the turbo. I'm playing with basically 6 buttons. The accelerate, brake, barrel, and turbo, and also shift up and shift down. You do need more buttons if you want to configure everything in the menu, especially if you remap them to other controls. Oh. I think you get turbo for slipstreaming and doing driftings. That was really close. So I've won my first race. I'm not sure if I can continue or it later on. Let me check. Continue. No, I don't think so. Yeah, you have to play them all at once, the races. So let me go back. There is also a time trial where you can play against ghosts. I think from what's the Y button? Somewhere here. And I think you can choose different players. So, RB was no, this is wrong. This is show profile, that's the X button. Normally RB and LB and RB is these buttons, but I remapped them. So I'm not sure where I remapped. Oh yeah, somewhere here. No. No. It doesn't matter. Not sure if I selected a ghost, but
this isn't just fast.
there's the ghost. I think he has a faster car or something.
I say, things were better with a personal driver.
You basically try to beat your best time, but also the time for the ghost players. So you can become so you can go in the leaderboards. Normally I should see the ghost again, but I think he's faster than me. There he is.
Father told me to grow up.
He's driving with a Formula 1 car, I think.
It's only a couple of million.
Oh, it was close. 2 seconds maybe. So yeah, that's time trial. There is, yeah, the downside is remembering the buttons. A and B I remember, but I do not remember where I mapped R and B to. So, no, not quit. There is also a single race where you just can choose different game modes: cops and robbers, drive or explode, barrel barrage. Let me check. Barrel barrage, normal difficulty, start.
So what do you say we go for a ride?
You can also modify the car. Not sure if it's cosmetic. It's a skin, a bonnet. You can see, you can buy these parts with the money you earn. I think it's cosmetic, not sure. But I'm not going to do that. So let's try the barrel barrage.
say? I like to have it all.
You can drop barrels or something.
Father will be so proud.
As you can see. The car can be destructed also, I think.
Can you believe Father told me to grow up? No one can teach
You
me.
obviously don't touch them yourself.
There goes the paint job. Oh, yes! Carbon fiber!
Oh, my car is on fire.
My father will see about this. I'm not even in second place.
I may not touch anything anymore. Final turn. So yeah. The shop is, I think, the same as in I don't know. You can buy character upgrades, the race suits. Oh yeah, it's the same. On the vehicles, I think those might be new. Let me check what little BNRB was. That's LB. That's RB. Okay. Yeah, it's the same as in. It's just for the skins and stuff, I think. So yeah, let's check online if there is many players. Don't seem to be money. Or maybe it's my internet again. Let me just go back, do a quick race. There are still people, but I'm going to leave it. So yeah, this was the game, Hotshot Racing. It's nice and it seems to work fine on my cabinet, even with 2 players. But you do need to mess about with the Steam configuration for the controllers. So I hope you liked it.